Go.
Russian fighter jets were scrambled to escort a U.S. Air Force plane that reportedly approached Russian airspace over the Pacific Ocean, Russian state news agency TASS said Sunday. According to Russian state news agency TASS, 3 Sukhoi Su-35S fighters were scrambled to intercept a U.S. Air Force B-52H bomber on Sunday. The intercept occurred as the bomber approached Russian airspace over the Pacific, according to TASS. The fighters strictly followed international rules and escorted the bomber away from the sensitive airspace, and according to TASS, there were no violations of Russia's state border or dangerous proximity of planes in the air. The Sukhois returned to base after the B-52 made a U-turn away from the Russian border. The fighters' crews identified the target as a strategic B-52H bomber of the U.S. Air Force and escorted it over the Pacific Ocean. There were no violations of Russia's state border or dangerous proximity of planes in the air, TASS added. According to the state-owned news agency, the fighter jets strictly followed international rules and returned to base after the U.S. plane moved away from the Russian border. CNN has reached out to the Pentagon for comment. The incident marks the latest salvo in recent years between Russian aircraft and either US or NATO aircraft. In March, NATO scrambled fighter jets 10 times to track and intercept an unusually rare peak of Russian bombers and fighters flying over the North Sea, Black Sea and Baltic Sea, a NATO official said at the time. And in August 2020, 2 Russian aircraft made an unsafe, unprofessional intercept of a U.S. Air Force B-52 bomber over the Black Sea and in international waters, causing turbulence to the B-52 that restricted its ability to maneuver. The encounter is not inconsistent with the recurring aeronautical dance that anyone who's seen the movie Top Gun understands without the Hollywood drama. According to a UPI report, in March, NATO scrambled fighter jets 10 times to track and intercept an unusually rare peak of Russian bombers and fighters flying over the North Sea, Black Sea and Baltic Sea, a NATO official said at the time. UPI added that, in August 2020, a pair of Russian combat aircraft performed an unsafe, unprofessional interception on a B-52 over international waters in the Baltic Sea. Wake turbulence associated with the encounter reportedly restricted the B-52's ability to maneuver, according to the UPI report.